Well, good morning. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here today. This is one of the most important decisions that I will make as mayor. And 4 years ago, we had a police department that was in turmoil. We needed to make an immediate change at the top. And so one of the first decisions that I made as mayor was to name Shelley Zimmerman chief of police. And now, with the police department in the best shape that it's been in many years, with violent crimes at an all-time low, and with our department focused on community policing, trust and relationships with our neighborhoods have been strengthened. And with a new contract that is already seeing great interest from people wanting to join our police department, SDPD is poised to enter a new era of excellence. With Chief Zimmerman's retirement approaching, we wanted to take the time to conduct a national search to find her replacement. And while there are many qualified officers within SDPD who could potentially step up into this role, I wanted to look across the country to make sure we were selecting the absolute best candidate for this job. What I was looking for in our police chief is someone who understands the needs of San Diego's many diverse communities, someone who can be a collaborator and a leader at the same time. I was looking for a police chief who wants to use the best practices and the latest technologies to keep our neighborhoods safe. I was looking for someone who holds themselves and their officers to the highest ethical and professional standards. And I was looking for someone who will be a part of the community, who is approachable, who listens. And so after that national search that included candidates from major cities across the country, I am pleased to announce that my selection of San Diego's next chief of police is SDPD's own Assistant Chief Dave Nisleit. Chief Nisleit is all of the things that I was looking for and more. He is a native San Diegan who has been a police officer in our department and in our neighborhoods for 3 decades. In fact, his family includes 3 generations of SDPD officers, with his father and now his son, Ryan. He is ethical and professional, and he cares deeply about our city and our people. This is not just a job for Chief Nisleit. This is his life. And throughout his career, Chief Nisleit has been a leader of our gang unit, SWAT, the Northern, the Western, and the Mid-City divisions. He has developed relationships and trust within the department and within the communities that he has been charged with serving. Chief Nisleit was not only my top choice, but he was overwhelmingly the consensus choice of the community and professional panels who participated in this interview process. I would like to thank all of the community members and law enforcement professionals who took the time to participate and provide their ideas and feedback. Many of our community panelists are standing behind me this morning. It helped to inform and confirm my decision. We held 6 community forums with hundreds of community members and had the input from more than 2,000 respondents to our online survey. The unprecedented level of community involvement in this process helped me come to the conclusion that Dave Nisleit is the right person to lead the San Diego Police Department. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to introduce San Diego's next Chief of Police, David Nisleit.
Thank you for being here. Thank you, Mayor Faulconer, for this tremendous opportunity. As a native San Diegan and someone who has dedicated the last 30 years of his life to this city and department, it is both a privilege and an honor to be the next San Diego Police Chief. I want to start off by thanking Chief Shelley Zimmerman, who's been both a great mentor and a great friend throughout my career. She has done an amazing job of leading this department over the last 4 years. I feel incredibly fortunate to be taking over at a time when this organization is running at such a high level. Over the last 4 years, Chief, you have dedicated yourself to the city, to this department, and for that, we are all grateful. Round of applause for her, please. You are going to hear on Monday when we present the 2017 crime report, the historically low crime rates that we have achieved by working together. Those low rates are the result of the great relationship we share here in San Diego with our community and the outstanding work of all of our San Diego Police Department personnel. With that said, until the crime rate is zero, my job is to continue enhancing our partnerships to further reduce violent crime and quality of life issues. I want all San Diegans to feel safe and be safe in their neighborhoods. One of my highest priorities will be restoring our staffing levels back to full strength. Thanks to Mayor Faulconer, the City Council, and the San Diego Police Officers Association, we now have a competitive pay package that I believe will truly attract the very best and brightest from our community. With the strength of staffing levels back, we will be able to improve our response times to all calls and continue to reduce our already low crime rate. What I heard loud and clear during the community forums was the community wanted to see increased accountability, continued transparency, and a commitment to community policing. I am proud to say, as the son of a San Diego police officer and 30 years working in this organization, that they have been the core principles that the San Diego Police Department has been known for. My responsibility as your chief is to find unique ways to continue building upon these values. To keep San Diego as one of America's safest large cities, it's going to take a continued collaboration and hard work from all San Diegans. I look forward to this journey, and I'm excited about our future. I look forward to working with all of you to make that happen. For the members of the San Diego Police Department, I'm honored to be your next chief. You can count on nothing less than my very best, and I ask the same of all of you. Again, I want to express my gratitude to Mayor Faulconer for giving me this tremendous opportunity. And before I end, I want to thank my family for all their support and love over the years. We've done this together. Thank you so much.
Well done. Thank you. As you know, the City Council recently approved the contract we negotiated with the Police Officers Association that will help Chief Nisleit with one of his and my top priorities, overseeing a national recruiting campaign to fully staff the department for the first time in over a decade. I'm very appreciative of the City Council's support for public safety and moving this city forward. Council President Cole wanted to be here this morning, but she's still at an event commemorating the Civil Rights Movement. But I'd like to ask Councilmember Chris Cate, who is chair of the city's Public Safety and Livable Neighborhoods Committee, to say a few words. Councilmember Cate.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and good afternoon. After a nationwide search that included the input from numerous community groups for San Diego's next police chief, I commend Mayor Faulconer for nominating Assistant Chief Dave Nisleit to take the helm of the San Diego Police Department. Chief Nisleit's unwavering commitment to community policing and to the safety of all San Diegans makes him the ideal candidate to represent America's finest city. As chair of the Public Safety and Livable Neighborhoods Committee, I look forward to working with Chief Nisleit on expanding community policing and community relations programs, hiring more police officers for our department by improving the department's marketing and recruitment efforts, and empowering our police officers to protect our communities. I look forward to this confirmation process and pledge my full support for Chief Nisleit. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember. And finally, I'd like to introduce the president of the Police Officers Association, Jack Schaefer, to step up and say a few words. Jack?
On behalf of the POA and its 1,800 members, sworn officers, I'd like to express how excited we are moving forward. Dave has grown up in San Diego, and who better to care about this city and what happens going forward and this department than somebody that's so vested in it. Going forward, I'm just excited that the chief is going to take on the responsibilities that we've already started moving forward, and who better to have that responsibility than Dave Nisleit. Congratulations, Dave.
Thank you, Jeff. Well, thank you. And again, thank you to everybody for being here. Thank you again to all of our community representatives and our panelists who care deeply about the city to help in the selection of this process. I want to end by thanking Chief Zimmerman for her 35 years of dedicated service. And I'm looking forward to working with Chief Nisleit in the years to come to continue to move this department forward that we can all be so very, very proud of. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. With that, I will pause and happy to answer any questions, myself or the chief. Come on up, Chief.
What's the next step in this process?
The City Council will be docketing a confirmation for the chief in the coming weeks, and I'm looking forward to that.
Any idea of when that meeting will be held? Will it be in the day or in the evening?
It'll be a regularly scheduled City Council meeting. When we get the date on the scheduling, we'll let you know.
Are you able to talk about, congratulations, not to take anything away from you, but are you able to talk about the other candidates?
We had a very wide range of pool. We cast a wide net from the entire nation. And that was important to me because I wanted to look to see other men and women. We knew we had a great department here in the city of San Diego. And why that process was so important is because we wanted to not only look, but we wanted the candidates to go through our community panels. That's why I set that up from the very beginning. And to see the fact that Chief Nisleit rose, so far and above, I think is a testament. It's a testament to his leadership. It's a testament to the fact that he has been out working in the community for so many years. It's a testament to his professionalism and his integrity. This is no easy job. And the fact that he is here now, the right person, is I strongly believe, to lead this department forward, I think speaks volumes of everybody who came together throughout this process. It was an important one to go through, and the result is one I'm incredibly proud of.
Mayor,
Yeah, Carlos.
San Diego is a very diverse city. Maybe that influence in the decision to go local because they understand the community. I'm not talking just,
Yeah. I think that's right. Part of the strength of our police department, part of why our department has such a strong national reputation, is because of our community policing, is because of the fact that we're out there working in the neighborhoods and making that communication such a priority. That's been a strength of Chief Nisleit for a number of years. And I will tell you, and I'll turn it over to him, but one of the things that we have been talking a lot about as we are increasing our staffing, that focus on more officers out in the community, walking the beat, out of the cars, continuing to build that trust and that relationship. That is going to be one of the key focuses that the chief is going to undertake. Chief, did you want to comment on it?
Yeah, if you haven't heard, we are hiring. Really, the focus, really focusing on recruiting the very best and the very brightest. And I really want them coming from our community. And then I want us to really have that interaction with the community. Officers getting out of their cars, really taking that community policing to the next level. I think everybody knows in this room that we attend a lot of community meetings, I believe 1,500 per quarter. But I really want to see even more interaction on the street with officers talking to the youth, talking to everybody, talking to business owners. And that's going to be one of my main goals, is to really do that.
Are you going to change the way, not change, but maybe improve the way that you guys are going to be recruiting? Because it seems to be a problem right there, especially with the Hispanic community. We talked to a couple of prospects that they could not make it. They went over all the way to the end, but they could not make it.
Yeah, we're going to take a complete look at how we recruit, how we hire. We're going to be working with a marketing firm to really market our brand with this competitive pay package that we have now, thanks to the mayor and the city council and the police officers association. We're going to be very competitive. I want to hire a very diverse group of officers to bring into this police department. And we're going to cast a wide net. We're going to go everywhere we can. But again, I really want to focus on the local talent here in our communities.
And to those who say that this choice, Mayor Faulconer, this choice may not be as diverse as it could be and maybe not as representative of their communities, and they'd like more representation in their communities, how do you respond?
As I said, this is a pick that I'm very proud of. And the fact that the community was so solidly behind the selection of Chief Nisleit, I think speaks volumes. It speaks volumes of what you need to do as a chief in the 8th largest city in America, a very diverse city that we are so proud of. We need to have an individual that understands how not just important diversity is, but respects it and has a police department that is part of its DNA. So Chief Nisleit, with the 30 years that he has put into this department, I will tell you, as we go to the next level on that, as we are going to be recruiting more men and women into this department, I'm really looking forward to continue to grow. And again, the focus on community policing, I can't stress that enough. That's the strength of our department now, but we need to increase that, and that's going to be one of the main tasks of the chief.
And I understand that a lot of people were very supportive, and they do see
Yeah.
the assistant chief as being representative and diverse, but for those who do not, and there are those out there who say, this is not the most diverse choice, can you respond to those, specifically to those critics?
The job is to select the best person for the job and to lead this department forward. And to make sure that we, as I said, that the community was involved from the very beginning of the process. And so the fact that the chief did so well, as you'll see in some of the background materials, far and above, I think speaks volumes. This is a very diverse group of individuals that participated in that panel. And that's what I wanted to do from the very beginning. We want the best person for the job. Job is to keep our city safe. The job is to instill integrity in all of our officers. The job is to ensure trust from the community of our police department. No easy job, but I have full confidence that this gentleman standing next to me is up for the task.
We're going to break for one-on-one interviews at this point. Right?
One more? One more?
One more interview.
Okay.
I have a question for Chief Zimmerman.
Yes.
It's a little bit of a two-parter. Number one, explain your feelings. I'm sure you're happy, obviously, but also, are you ready to go?
You know, I'm going to tell you right now is that it has been the absolute honor and privilege to be a San Diego police officer for 35 years. I will always be grateful, Mayor, to Mayor Faulconer for appointing me chief 4 years ago. Couldn't be more proud to end my career, 35 years as the chief of police. And I want to talk about Dave Nisleit, about Chief David Nisleit, is that he is an exceptional, proven leader that has given his all to our department and our city for 35 years, and I am thrilled that he is our next police chief. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We'll be happy to do any one-on-ones. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Chief. Congratulations. Thank you, guys.